After filming the Toowoomba floods, David Judson, who works for Scripture Union, a non-profit youth and children's organisation, manages the work of the school chaplains in the flood-affected areas.
There is a recognition in the role of chaplains that, you know, as humans, we are more than just a mind and a body, but we are spiritual beings. And chaplaincy is the unique role that addresses those spiritual needs within people. So there's about 75 chaplains in this patch, plus the district workers that support them as well.
The railway bridge at Grantham, a small town in the Lockyer Valley, has been called Ground Zero. Whilst the bridge is now repaired, the impact of the floods on those who live here is still being felt. No more so than at Grantham State School.
Teddy bear, touch the ground. Teddy bear, turn out the light. We were involved with camp with a number of leaders from Tent Hill, which is very close to the area here, and we had students on here as well. So obviously we could see that they were being affected by what they were seeing with the floods. And when I got home, my own home, it was a very sunny day and you wouldn't even know it had rained. So I just felt very strongly that I needed to go and do something to help out. Not long after we started working in the school, we did discover that there were 15 schools that were in the flood-affected areas that the federal government has given funding for 12 months to assist with a chaplaincy service.
When you're helping as a chaplain in the school, what is your primary role with the kids? What are you trying to help the kids do?
Primarily, we try to offer extra support. So whether that's one-on-one with a student that's struggling, some of them have lost homes in the floods, some of them have lost family members, so they're going through quite a struggle. Usually I find with primary age students it emerges through behaviour. So where they would normally be settled, they're a little bit more unsettled. They don't sort of verbally just come out with, this is what I've been through. Okay, ready? And I'll go 1, 2, 3 and you jump. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Go, Ruby, jump. The principal here has been involved with a small cluster of schools previously that had a chaplain. So she was very positive and knew the process and was very delighted to have that happening in the school.
When the floods swept through this area of the Lockyer Valley on January 10, this whole district was inundated. In fact, this house was under almost to the level of its roof. At home here was Rebecca and her sister and 2 cats. Her parents were away at work and had no idea of the situation. Rebecca and her sister, to get away from the floods and to make sure that they were safe, had to climb up on this fernery and onto the roof. You're in the house, the water's coming above the floorboards. You decide you really need to get on the roof, is that right?
Yep. Basically we thought, get the cats, get out. We actually ended up going out the side door and then we tried to get on the roof from there using furniture, but that didn't work. We ended up going all the way around the house, across the fernery, onto the shed, on the shed, back across the fernery and onto the roof of the house. We were afraid we were going to get washed away because it seemed to be moving very fast. But our yard's actually surrounded by very tall, strong trees, so we thought, contingency plan, grab onto a tree if we do get washed away and hopefully, you know, that won't fall over.
Were your parents worried about you and your sister?
Yeah, because they heard about from us when maybe the water was up to our knees and then the power cut out. About 4 hours later was when they heard from us, so they had all that time to worry if we were dead or if we were safe. We only spent about 2 hours on the roof, and then we were up there for a little bit after the water went down as well, so probably only about 2 hours it took to come up and go back down.
Tell me about the clean-up. You actually were cleaning up and then you had a lot of people turn up.
Yeah, we had so many volunteers from all around so far. There's like down from the Sunshine and the Gold Coast, Brisbane, Toowoomba, and also from around where we live. And we actually got our entire house cleaned out got the walls pulled down in about 3 or 4 days because so many people just turned up with shovels and brooms and went, what can we do? And like they bought food, they bought blankets, they bought clothes, they bought everything that they thought we could possibly need. It's just unbelievable that they would think of us like that.
After the break, how one chaplain helped organise a community to provide a much-needed resource.